Hello there, Metacynth here, and this is an episode of BJD and a pot of tea. Today I'm doing a pot of tea because I really need some tea. It's a little too hot to drink, so we're just gonna let that cool off for a second. Today's tea is Alastyre tea from my doll that you can find at adagioteas.com. It is a chocolate tea with an almond and a caramel mixture. Today's BJD and a cup of tea video is a confession video, and I'm going to talk a lot about shame in the BJD hobby. My experiences with shame, personal. This is not about like being shamed by the community. No. Everybody that I have interacted with in the doll community has been wonderful. I haven't had anybody, like, any kind of weird interactions. Everything's been very nice, very supportive, but I'm not so active lately, so I can't speak to everything, and I know that there's always going to be those people out there who like to make waves and enjoy the chaos. Thankfully I don't deal with that. I don't deal with the drama. Shame, as defined by Merriam-Webster, the dictionary, is a painful emotion caused by consciousness of guilt, shortcoming, or impropriety. When I talk about shame in the doll hobby for this video and for my confessions, I'm talking about the shortcomings. Maybe I set a bar for myself, a standard for this channel, a standard for even my dolls, and then I fall short of that, of whatever that expectation is, or a perceived shortcoming of what others might believe about me, or about this channel, or about my dolls, and then I fall short. So for me, that when I talk about shame within the context of this video, I'm talking about shortcomings. That's what I'm discussing. Shame is a very uncomfortable feeling. It makes you feel very negative inside and feel like you're just not enough. And I want to dispel that right now. I want to move forward and away from that shame, and I want us to step into our confidence, our courage, and just really take our dolls and this hobby and whatever that means to you and do it to your heart's content. And if that means you play with your dolls every day and you're changing their costumes and clothes and wigs and eyes and you're redoing their face-ups, yes, do it. But if that means like they sit on a shelf collecting dust for a while because you're a mom and you had to do online school for all of kindergarten and you had zero time to do anything else for like 6 years, that's okay too. That's me, by the way. That's my confession. I have a 6-year-old, and my dolls, I will take a close-up picture, they are covered in dust. That's a confession. I have not really done much with these dolls. I've been in this hobby for 10 years. That is a decade. That is a long time. Everything has changed in 10 years. Every part of my life has changed in 10 years. Every aspect of the world in a lot of ways have changed. YouTube as a channel, as a website has completely changed in 10 years. 12 years ago I sat down and I wrote this story. This story has lived in my heart since I was a child. The path to publishing is paved with rejections. I have written their story. I wrote 2 or 3 versions of this one, of Alastyre and Lear as the main focus. And I got over 40 rejections. And I went to a conference and an agent said, it's good. I can tell that this is your first story. I think you should shelf it, like put it aside and work on something else. And I'm fine. That was really good advice at the time. And I did. I worked on multiple other things. But whenever I shelved their story, the dolls are shelved and collected dust. So then I wrote it from another angle with these 2 as the main focus, Alastyre and Artunis. And I gotta say that each time I've tackled the story, it has become more than I ever imagined it would be. The universe is so rich and so full of so many different things. The plots, there's so many different things happening. It's a multicast story, multiple points of view, and having the dolls has helped me really get into their heads and like tackle their voices. So I wrote their story and got probably 90-ish, 92 rejections for their story. So altogether we have well over 100 rejections for this world that I've written a couple different ways. That's hard. Rejection does not feel good. It makes you feel like you're not enough, like maybe you're not doing the right things. I had to shelve their book. So when the writing stopped, my interaction with the dolls stopped. When I became a mother 6 years ago, that kind of put a stop to a lot of my doll hobby stuff. I started this channel when I got the dolls, when I first got Amity and Momo, because I did a box opening video. And at the time, that was like the thing to do, is get a doll, do a box opening video, do a body review. If you do any kind of like body blushing, do a video of that. Not everybody does that, obviously. You can be in the hobby and not do anything with videos. You don't even have to take pictures. Like, that's just, it's up to you. This is your hobby, you do it your way. But for me, that was very exciting, and I wanted to give back to the doll hobby community and to anyone who might be interested in these dolls, in ball jointed dolls. Because I found that information in those YouTube channels, Simba BJD, Curiex, I think there was a BJD Collectivity, I don't think they're on YouTube anymore, and a whole bunch of other amazing doll video people that I subscribed to and follow. We had a whole community 10 years ago on YouTube. We would watch each other's videos, comment on each other, and go back and forth. It was wonderful, and some of those people I physically met at conventions later on, and it was exciting. I made friends. Sadly, 10 years is a long time. My life changed a lot, and I petered out. The videos started as an extension of the hobby because I was already taking pictures. I liked doing videos. I love photography. That's one of my things. I was a photographer, actually, for a local theme park. That was like my full-time job for a while. And I do graphic design, so the two very much interconnected. Photo editing is one of my I love that. It's just something that I really love. At first, doing these videos and maintaining the channel was not even, I was excited about it. I wanted to give back. I wanted to share the love of these dolls with everyone. And I wanted to help people who were in the hobby that maybe you've never unstrung or restrung a doll. That's important to know. Because maintaining these dolls is also just as important because you want to take good care of them. If I fail on the video, you know not to do that thing. If I make the mistake with my spare wig, you know, let's not try that at home with our fancy wigs, right? So that's important to me. However, this is where the shame comes in, where the confession comes. YouTube is very hard to maintain. I have to edit the video down, which takes a lot of time, and then if I want to add photos, I might have to take photos that are relevant to the video, or look through and edit and upload my own photos. And then I have to, like, you know, just editing the video, cutting it back, making sure it flows properly, making sure all the right content, making sure you can hear, making sure there's not any errors. And then if there is, I have to re-record any of those parts that got messed up, or any information that's not there. And then uploading that. And that all takes time. And time is something that I just didn't have for a very long time. When I became a mother, all my free time almost vanished. And what I did, I had to choose. And I had to make some solid choices about what I wanted to pursue in my free time. And I pursued my writing because that's the career I wanted to take, the path I wanted to take. So that meant the dolls in these videos just didn't happen. So that's why you haven't seen me in like years. So the shame aspect of this is the not meeting the expectations that I had for this YouTube channel, that I had for my dolls, that I had in this hobby, and the double edge of not meeting the subscribers. I have 6,000 subscribers. That has waxed and waned over the years because obviously my activity has waxed and waned. But I felt that by not making these videos, I was letting everybody down. Letting all of my followers down, letting all my YouTube subscribers down. The fact that my book hasn't been published, it's been 10 years, why hasn't I, you know, where is that? Why didn't it happen? I'm letting everybody down, I'm letting myself down. I've talked up these dolls. I look at the dolls, they're dusty. I haven't written anything for them. I can't do a video because I don't want to show everybody how dusty my dolls are or how much of a failure I am. So it became about shame, it became about guilt, it became about not meeting the standard I had set, which is, it's been 10 years, why am I not published? Like, it's technically been 12 years. Why am I not published, right? Why is their story not there? That's the stuff I have to ask myself and work on, and a lot of it has to do with timing. I don't feel like I was at the right place myself to write their story in the best way. And each time I've done this story differently, it's better. So I know when I do sit down to finally tell their story this next time, it's going to be the best. Good, better, best. So I'm here to confess all of that in hopes that after having put it out there and letting it go into the universe, that I can step back into this hobby, step back into my writing, step back into myself, into my own skin, and reclaim all of that. Reclaim my joy. Reclaim what being part of the doll, being a BJD collector means to me. I'm not gonna let dust on my dolls stop me from doing a video. In fact, maybe I'll do a video about how to clean the dust off your dolls. That would be fun, right? This is my hobby, this is my life, and I'm done living it for others. I'm gonna live it for myself, and I'm gonna do these videos because they bring me joy. And I'm so grateful and thankful for all of you who have been with me from the beginning, and who, when I do post a video, are excited about it. And are like, yay, you're back! Yay, a video! That makes me feel good. It makes me feel like it's worth it, and that I'm not trash, that I am enough. And those are the beliefs, again, that I'm working on inside, and this video is just stepping away from all of that, and we're moving forward. So thank you so much for watching and staying with me through this very long video. I hope that this has opened your eyes to what I'm going through, but also maybe made you feel a little bit better because maybe you don't play with your dolls as much. Maybe you're not meeting your own expectations. Maybe you feel some shame in the hobby. And this is like, again, this is all my own internal stuff. This isn't even dealing with anything that somebody else might say. And I'm sure that that happens. I'm sure there are people who say things about other people's dolls, about other people's face-ups, because people are catty like that. We just are. And you know what? If you're dealing with that, I am so sorry that that happened to you. I'm going to tell you right now, you paid the money for these dolls, you do what you want with it. You want to drill a hole right through their face? You paid for that doll. It is your doll to drill a hole through. Nobody else needs to tell you no. You want to use whatever experimental material that you think you want to see what happens to it, do the thing. Your money, your value, your doll, your hobby, your way. This is me giving you full permission to not listen to the naysayers, to let it go, to do it your way. And you know what? Maybe you found something super cool. I mean, I saw somebody do amazing stuff with watercolors and like rhinestones and like, I don't even know what. It was amazing. Their doll, like I've seen some body modifications with these dolls that just blow my mind. You could be on to the next thing. And maybe somebody else just looks at that and says, oh my God, you're amazing. You gotta make mistakes along the way. That's how you grow. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time with more videos. Until next time, bye! If you've been watching the video and you're wondering, wow, where did she get her shirt? I made this shirt. You can buy it on my Etsy shop. I also have other BJD things on my Redbubble. So metacynth Redbubble, metacynth Etsy. Links are in the description.